Hello, hello. Can you guys hear me? Are we rocking and rolling? Hopefully we are. All right, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know if you can hear me okay. I am controlling my own microphone here, so hopefully you can hear me okay. Hello, hello. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we can hear you. Okay, great. Y'all can hear me now. That's fantastic. All right, welcome to our Facebook Live here. I know we've have had coverage on air and online. We just want to bring you the latest. I know anytime it's active on radar, I want to make sure I'm here with you. I want to make sure that I'm covering this with you and talking you through this. At the moment, we are tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms moving through the I-35 corridor. All right, perfect. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm trying to look through a few of your comments here, making sure that you all can hear me and all of that good stuff. So I am tracking some showers and thunderstorms along the I-35 corridor, also tracking some very strong storms in our hill country, closer towards Gillespie County. So if any of you are watching from there, let me know. Let me know if you are seeing some of the large hail that has been reported out there. All right, Mike Ann said that they are at 4 points, thunder, lightning, and heavy rain. I'm not familiar with 4 points, so be sure and let me know where that is. But y'all, I have to show you, is it this view? So much lightning with these storms that are moving through the I-35 corridor. So I'm going to show you this view here before I get to the rest of our coverage. Meanwhile, we're waiting for a few more people to join us. I want to say if you are looking at the top left-hand of your screen and you can see a red live button, that means this is in real time. This information is coming at you live. If you cannot see the red live button, that means that this is now a recording. The time right now is 7:36. May 27th. The reason I say all that is because sometimes a few people watch this way after the fact, after the thread is over. All right, everyone's saying that it's storming pretty bad along I-35. Let's go ahead and get to it here. I want to show you here first a live look at our radar. I'm gonna make this bigger so you can see there. This is our live look at our radar, and we are seeing a lot of lightning along the I-35 corridor. But at the moment, and this could change any moment, but at the moment we do not have any active warnings along the I-35 corridor, but certainly seeing quite a bit of lightning. I'm going to show you here just how many lightning strikes along I-35. Close to 300 only in the past 15 minutes. But if I include all of Travis County, all of Williamson County, yeah, just over 400 in the last 15 minutes. So that's significant when we're talking about lightning. And although these storms aren't technically considered severe, lightning can obviously be hazardous. It can spark fires. It can cause power outages. So definitely want to make sure that you are being cautious of that. I know a few of you are saying, why are you waiting for more people to join? Marcia, it's because I want more people to be aware of the situation, and I want to make sure everyone's being informed about this. So we are looking at a long line extending from northern Travis County down towards areas along 360 and down towards northern Hays County. So northern Hays County not as active, but certainly seeing a thunderstorm there rolling through, and it is between Dripping Springs and Buda, with quite a bit of lightning in that as well. But the more active part of that storm along Travis and Williamson County. So that's a quick overview of that. I'll be back to that. But first, I do want to give you another update here across the hill country. So this is a storm that developed over and north actually of Mason County, went through Mason County, and is now continuing to push towards the south and southeast there through Gillespie County. Now, there are a couple of storms there that are worth watching. One of them is now technically south of the KVUE viewing area, south of Gillespie County, and that is right over Sisterdale. And this is what I'm showing you now is the hail core. Those really bright colors that you see there indicating some large hail in these thunderstorms. Now, there is one storm there right over Gillespie, western Gillespie County, where we are seeing that hail core, and it is quite significant. So what I mean by that is that there have been reports of golf ball sized hail just to the west of Fredericksburg. At the moment, radar is estimating close to 2 inches in diameter for this hail. That is by far one of the bigger threats that we've seen today. These storms have just ramped up so quickly and then continue to produce these large hail cores. A few of you are asking where Sisterdale is. It is south of our area. It is, if you can see it right there, Sisterdale. I'm going to pan out here. It's to the west of Candelia, towards the southwest of Blanco. It's pretty far removed from I-35, and technically it's in San Antonio's viewing area. It's north of Bernie, if you know where that is. Again, southwest of the Austin Metro. This is one of those storms that has continued to move towards the south and east, but this particular area of Gillespie County has seen a couple of really strong storms push over the same area. That is why the National Weather Service went ahead and issued a flash flood warning for Gillespie County and includes Fredericksburg and Harper until 10:15. And that is, again, because of the heavy rain in a short period of time. This is an area, just like the rest of Central Texas, that has seen really bursts of heavy rain in the past 5 to 6 days. And this is rain that, let's see, anywhere between 2 to 3 inches of rain already in this area. And we could see more here as these storms continue to trek on through. Crystal says it is confirmed she's west of Fredericksburg. Big hail, and it hailed for over 30 minutes. Wow. She said it hailed for over 30 minutes constant. Crystal, I believe you. Some really strong winds around that area as well. The National Weather Service and radar both estimating over 60-mile-per-hour winds around the Fredericksburg area. So, Crystal, I hope you're staying indoors, staying safe. And hopefully that hail, or at least most of it, went around you. So again, we are tracking a few thunderstorms rolling through the I-35 corridor. I want to show you some webcams that we have, just because it's just so impressive how much lightning there is. So this is showing you over North Austin. This is our roof camera looking west, and this is located right off of Steck Avenue, Steck and Mopac. You can see there quite a bit of lightning. I'm going to show you now another view. This is over Lake Travis, the oasis at Lake Travis there, and it looks like the worst of the storm has passed through that area. And I'm going to show you here our webcam. I actually want to show you a different view of this webcam, so if you can bear with me here, I'm going to pan our webcam just a tad just to see what else we can see. We can see quite a bit of rain. Obviously, we can see that pole there kind of blowing in the wind, shaking a little bit. That's indication of some gusty winds in North Austin as well. So this is, again, this is in North Austin. That's looking towards the lows right there off of Steck Avenue. And this is more so looking towards the south. We can definitely see, a lot of lightning there in and around Travis County and Williamson County there. Jennifer said, bad stuff move over Cedar Park pretty quickly. Lots of lightning. Yes, Jennifer, lots of lightning with these thunderstorms. Luckily, though, lightning is really the worst of it. Maybe some heavy rain as well. This is looking south, by the way, now over. This is in North Austin looking towards the south. And normally you can see downtown Austin in the distance. Yeah, you can't see it right now. That's just how poor visibility is. So this is the kind of stuff you don't want to be out in. Definitely want to stay indoors. And again, this is an area that's just seeing some thunderstorms. None of them are severe in this area, but heavy rain, lots of lightning being seen around this area. Eric said that the power went out but came right back on. Yeah, let me know if anyone is seeing any power outages out there. Trying to look through some of your comments. If you hear me being silent for a minute, I'm just reading a few of your comments here. Karen wants to know about Smithville. We'll get to that. Cindy wants to know if the storm is weakening. Jordan said, please get the poor cameraman off of the roof. It's dangerous. So Jordan, these are actually automated cameras. There is not an actual person up there. We would never do that. We would never do that. This is actually a camera that I can control from inside. So don't you worry about that. We do not have a cameraman on our roof. You do not want to be outside whenever it's lightning. Right, so a few of you are now asking about the threats here going forward. So let me go ahead and take you back to what radar looks like right now, and then we'll talk about what it'll look like here in a few. So I'm zooming in here across the I-35 corridor just because a lot of you are asking about Williamson County, a lot of you asking about Georgetown, Taylor. I saw a few questions about Hutto and in Kyle. So I'm going to start towards the south. So in areas of Hays County, we do have these storms that are in mainly northern Hays County. So Buda, just to the west of Kyle. And these storms will continue to move. See how I put this in motion? These storms will continue to move towards the east. So Buda, you are experiencing the heavy rain right now. Kyle, you'll experience the heavy rain, lots of lightning as well here within the next 10 to 15 minutes. Circle C Ranch will experience some of the heavy rain as well, really along Highway 290 areas in western Austin. We will continue to see the heavy rain. Steiner Ranch out there at the Oasis, I showed you that camera. It is starting to clear up. So just to the east of Steiner Ranch, the Oasis, we're seeing some heavy rain, but look at what it looks like just to the west. Peaceful. Crazy how we can see a shift in our pattern just like that. So going back here, we are looking at Camp Mabry here with very heavy rainfall, areas of the Domain along 183, along 35 towards Round Rock, towards the airport. Taylor also seeing quite a bit of lightning in and around that area. Hutto as well. I know we had a few questions out of Hutto. Hutto, you're pretty much halfway through the heavy rain, I would say. Let's give it another half hour or so. I've heard quite a bit of thunder just here in North Austin. I'm inside the studio, and I can still hear it quite a bit. A few of you were asking about Smithville. I remember a question about Smithville. At the moment, you are pretty far from the line of showers and thunderstorms. Let's go ahead and see what the distance is. Yeah, you're about 30 miles away from that leading edge of the line, but as far as from the light rain, only about 20 miles away. So I would say expect to see the rain here in the next hour. Pouring in Jollyville, lots of lightning and thunder. Dogs are going crazy, says Lee. Oh, I bet my dogs are too. We're in a similar area there, and definitely very loud there. So we're in constant communication with the National Weather Service. They're watching this line of showers and thunderstorms just like we are. And in a comment here for the thunderstorms along the I-35 corridor, these storms are actually moving southeast at about 30 miles per hour. We could see wind gusts close to about 40 miles per hour. Now that's just in a few areas. This won't be along the whole line, and also the potential for some penny-sized hail. So basically this line of thunderstorms that I have popped up on radar right now, we could see some gusty winds ahead of the line. And again, this is all moving south and east, so it's moving this direction. And we could see maybe even some very small hail within this. I'm going to zoom in here. This is our hail tracker. So what I look for in this particular parameter are the gray colors or really bright colors. Right now it's a gray color, so that's indicating the potential for some small hail, and that is pretty much all along I-35. I'm going to zoom in here so I can show you a bit more of the locations. So pretty much between I-35 and 183, where the Domain is, Wells Branch, Walnut Forest, down Mopac, Austin Country Club, Westlake Hills. Those are all locations where we could see some penny-sized hail. It's not big hail, but it's enough hail for you to want to stay inside If you happen to see it, hear it, just stay inside and keep it tuned here on our Facebook Live, and we'll let you know when it's out of the area. So this is also potentially bringing in some pretty gusty winds right along this area here. That's called the leading edge of the line of showers and storms. I'm going to pan out here and I'm going to show you our velocity product. This is keeping track of wind speeds and wind direction. So right now I'm just purely looking at the wind speed, and within the storm I've seen anywhere between 18 to about 30, but some estimates are close to 40. So just be on the lookout for that as this continues to trek towards the south and east. I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this now. Areas in Manor, you'll see the heavy rain here very soon. I'm going to put this track on here. Okay, so this is moving towards the south and east. In the next 30 minutes, see Manor at 7:53. It's currently 7:50, so that heavy rain, if you're not seeing it right now, you'll see it very soon. Garfield around 8:06, Cedar Creek around 8:18, the community of Mustang Ridge around 8. So in the next 10 minutes or so, as this continues to trek towards the south and east. So it'll make it here into Bastrop County within the next 30 minutes if you're watching us from there. Let's see if this will impact Caldwell County. Curious to see here. So I'm going to put a track here on the storm that is right by Buda and Kyle, or moving over Buda and Kyle. Yes, so it'll be over Caldwell County here also in the next 15 to 20 minutes. So just be on the lookout for that. Again, this is a line of non-severe showers and thunderstorms moving along I-35. And the biggest threat with this is the potential for penny-sized hail and even some pretty gusty winds along I-35. And this is moving towards the south and east. So it'll move into areas of Bastrop County here within the next 30 minutes. I'm going to zoom in here across areas of Taylor. Just seeing some lightning here. As far as our hail tracker goes, I'm not seeing too much of a hail threat if you are south of Taylor, south of 79 there in far eastern Williamson County. And this will continue to move towards the east-southeast as well. All right, I did not forget about our friends out in the hill country, so I'm going to go ahead and give another update over here. I'm seeing a little thunderstorm there popping up in northern Llano County within the past 30 minutes. It doesn't look like it has much of anything other than lightning. I'm not seeing any hail embedded within it, so that's fantastic news. But down towards Gillespie County, the good news is that the biggest threat now looks like it's exiting the county. So again, the biggest threat here has been the hail. There have been some very large hail cores develop in this area, and this continues to move south and east, also at about 35 miles per hour. There's a loop there over the last hour, just how quickly the storms kind of pushed on through. This could also be producing some pretty gusty winds. So if you are south of 290 between Harper and Fredericksburg, you're experiencing the worst of the storm. I'm going to zoom in here because I know there are couple of properties out there. Morris Ranch seeing some pretty heavy rain at the moment, and portions of Interstate 10. Tividale also seeing some of the heavy rain, but the hail core looks like it has pushed south of your area. That's all good news. Those are all things we like to hear. All right, I'm going to read through some of your comments here. Quinn wants to know about Lexington. We'll get you that update here soon. Nice wall cloud in Elgin. Gabrielle, if you can safely take a picture of that, we would love to see it. Nani wants to know if it's moving. Yes, this is all moving south and east at about 30 miles per hour. I'm going to show you here a big view of radar while I'm trying to keep up with some of your questions here. A lot of lightning on Denton Drive in Austin, I believe it, Joe. We've seen about 500 lightning strikes in the last 15 minutes. Hannah said, raining really hard in Austin, strong wind, a lot of lightning too. Raquel wants to know when the rain will stop in Round Rock. It won't last too much longer. Let's go ahead and take a zoom in there. You might still be dealing with a few thunderstorms after this, but it does look like most of the rain has pushed east of Round Rock now. That line kind of exiting that area. Joy said, fixing to get noisy in Mustang Ridge. Absolutely, here in the next 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Dawn watching from Fredericksburg. Dawn, I know you experienced one of the worst storms that we've seen in Central Texas today. So I'm hoping that you missed out on some of that hail. There was a significant hail course south of you about an hour ago. Right, a lot of you just mentioning a lot of the lightning, the thunder, the heavy rain. I'm going to keep this radar going here just so you can get a better look. It does look like a lot of this is exiting areas of I-35 in Williamson County, still really loud in and around the Austin metro. I'm actually going to show you our camera again. Oh, hard to see. We're seeing a lot of raindrops on our camera there, but let me go ahead and see if I can focus this so we can see it a bit better. All right, it's struggling there to focus in on that. So you can kind of make out downtown now if you look closely enough. This is looking south from North Austin. I'm going to go ahead and leave you here with another look at our radar. Right, Holly, you were wondering what Hutto looks like for the rest of the night. Really what we're expecting, this was the big line of showers and thunderstorms that we were expecting to move through. I am so glad that the hail core significantly lowered for our area right before it got to really towards the I-35 counties, which, you know, we have more people, a bit more property in that area. So what we're expecting the rest of the night is just a few hit and miss showers and storms. Justin, we could absolutely see more overnight, but I think the most intense part of the storm is really happening right now. What I'm seeing is a lot of the intensity. I'm going to pop up camera 4 there. A lot of the intensity sometimes it starts to weaken, not only as the sun sets, but also because this line of showers and thunderstorms push through, it's taking up a lot of that energy out of the atmosphere. So anything that we see after this, I'm not expecting it to be as strong. So we have some good news there. Joe said some sweet mammatus clouds. Yes, so a lot of the times we see those type of clouds associated with severe weather. All right, y'all, so we are updating everyone here on Facebook Live, all of our digital platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitter, and we're also on air. And we've been doing these updates every 30 minutes on air. So you're going to hear me talking like I'm on air. It's because I am. So if I'm not answering your questions right away, that's why. And it happens here in about a minute and a half. So you'll hear that. Meanwhile, I'll still be reading through your comments and your questions. Of course, we are tracking strong storms moving through central Texas, not just impacting the I-35 corridor, but also our friends in the Hill Country. Some hail cores is what we've seen with the strongest of storms. And we even saw some brief rotation there over Gillespie County. Not the case anymore. Now just the heavy rain and the really gusty winds around that area. So here in about 30 seconds, I'm going to hop on air, give everyone a quick update, and then I'll be right back here on Facebook Live. This stream is not ending, by the way, so you can watch and listen along with us. Meteorologist Mariel Ruiz here in the KVUE Weather Center, keeping you updated on the storms moving through central Texas. Right now, no severe storms along the I-35 corridor. However, we are experiencing a lot of lightning and heavy rain. We do have some severe thunderstorm warnings for storms that are now exiting Gillespie County, and that was because of hail embedded within those storms. Those storms continue to move towards the south and east. More storms along the I-35 corridor extending into northern Lee County, also moving towards the south and east here now that we are in the 8 o'clock hour of your evening. We will continue to track these storms the rest of the night for you. Be sure to join us on our KVUE app, our live stream on Facebook. We're also on YouTube and Twitter. We are here keeping an eye on the sky for you. Be sure to join us there.
All right, 8:30?
Yeah, let's do it again at 8. Alrighty. Let me know if you can hear me here on Facebook Live or on our stream. A lot of you are asking about what the future looks like here for the rest of the night. Let's go ahead and show you some of our models. They're not doing that great. Big surprise, right? They're not doing that great with anticipating the speed of these storms. So I do want to show you here first a big view of what our radar is looking like across all of central Texas. We have the line of showers and thunderstorms that pushed along the I-35 corridor. I know someone said that in Buda we are getting hammered, I think was the direct quote. And yes, very heavy rainfall in Buda at the moment. And that is going to continue to move south and east, and it's moving at about 35 miles per hour. So I am expecting, one second here, Buda, the worst of it will be east of your area, I would say here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. So hang on, it's almost done. And as far as the I-35 corridor goes, it's mostly east of the area. It's in eastern Travis County now, and it is moving into Bastrop, into Lee County as we speak. We do still have one severe thunderstorm warning, and that is in place for southern Gillespie County. It's for a storm that has really started to push south of the county line. So we're getting a break from this, and it'll be until 8:15. And it was because of some gusty winds and a hail core that really has been significant. Just look at those really bright colors just north of Kerrville. I'm going to see here what radar is estimating the size of that hail to be. In diameter, still close to about 2 inches. That hasn't changed in the last 15 minutes. Okay, so I promised you a look at one of our computer models here. I'm going to go ahead and show you that. This is our high resolution model. So I'm going to show you this. It's not doing a great job on picking up on the storm over Gillespie County, and it's not doing a great job at picking up on the storm or the line of storms along and east of I-35. So let's go ahead and show you this. This is through the evening. See how those storms kind of just push off towards the south and east? We could still see some development north of us that pushes down. So that's why that severe thunderstorm warning is in place until midnight, because we will be watching these storms until midnight. I'm going to show you another model here that's been doing just a little bit better. One second here. Here we go. All right, so this model doing a little bit better at picking up on some of that activity. So this is showing you, right now it's 8:04, this is showing you about 8. So this is what it'll look like around 9. You see that line of thunderstorms kind of pushing east of Lee County, still in Fayette County. We could still see another storm behind that in Bastrop County. And then kind of progressing there towards about 10 o'clock. We could see one of those storms building in the hill country, kind of moving closer towards the I-35 corridor. So again, something to be watching. All right, y'all, I have to take you back to the live radar because we do have a new severe thunderstorm warning. And this severe thunderstorm warning includes portions of eastern Travis County, areas of Bastrop County, and Caldwell County. So this is for a particular part of the storm that is still in eastern Travis County, and it is producing the potential for, this warning is for the potential of some hail embedded within the storm. So let's go ahead and take a look at our hail tracker here. Oh yeah, there we go. So within the past few scans, notice that the really bright colors are popping up on your screen. This is just to the east of Austin, by the way. This is along 183, right where 183 and 71 intersect. That's where that hail core is. So this continues to move towards the east-southeast. Let me get a check here to see how fast it's moving. It's moving towards the east-southeast at about 30 miles per hour. So at 8:04, the severe thunderstorm was located near the airport, moving southeast at 30. It has the potential to produce quarter-sized hail. And of course, this is just radar indicated. We're not seeing anything popping up necessarily. Any reports popping up in around that area. So that's quite the hail core that has just developed, and that's been the case here with these storms just over the past couple of hours. Is within a few scans they start to develop this hail core. So I'm going to see if I can look over here towards the airport, trying to route one of our cameras in. Oh yeah, so this is looking towards the airport, and you can't see the airport. It is super windy. The visibility is very low in this area, and that's why there is a severe thunderstorm warning. We have a really strong storm moving right over the airport at the moment. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is over the airport, moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. It is exiting portions of Travis County. So let's go ahead and put a track on this. The leading edge of this will be moving into Bastrop County very soon. Within the next 30 minutes, I'm expecting it in Cedar Creek around 8:18. Red Rock around 8:31. So again, this is because of the potential for quarter-sized hail right over the Austin airport. And this is part of a long line of thunderstorms that extends north into Manor. If you're in Weberville, if you're in Manor, you're probably experiencing the heavy rain, but that hail core is really staying confined to the south of you. So it's right over the airport, right over 183 and 71, close to the 130 toll. So that is really our area of concern here along the I-35 corridor. Zooming out some, along the line of showers and thunderstorms, that's really the only place where I'm seeing a significant hail core. Our friends in Lexington might be seeing some very small hail. I'm talking pea size, maybe smaller. This is over Tanglewood, over Lexington. That's where we have some of the hail cores developing for this afternoon. Blaine said that there was small hail in Buda. It's very windy with a few sheets of rain. Oh, I believe it. Buda won't be dealing with that heavy rain for too much longer. Hannah wants to know if we have any signs of tornadic activity. Hannah, at the moment, no, we do not. That's not to say that we won't see it later, but at the moment, I'm not seeing a significant threat for our area. South of Gillespie County, yes, there is actually a tornado warned storm south of Gillespie County, but that is not including our area. Our area, we're just dealing with that hail core over the airport and some very heavy rain just east of the I-35 corridor. Ralph said it stopped raining at Ben White, pouring buckets in Mustang Ridge. Oh yeah, I believe it. I actually want to take another look there at the airport. Again, there is a severe thunderstorm warning for eastern Travis County into Bastrop County, portions of Caldwell County, but just the very northeastern portion of Caldwell. And this is for a storm capable of producing quarter-sized hail moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. So right now, the strongest part of the storm is over the airport. This is our downtown camera looking towards the airport. Very difficult to see, low visibility there. I'm going to go ahead and take you back to our radar view so I can give you an update on this. This has now been expanded. The severe thunderstorm warning now expanded to include Buda and east. So that storm that was right over Buda has intensified here in the last scan. We now see a little hail core developing there with the potential for quarter-sized hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts. So that hail just to the north and east of Kyle is estimated to be about 1 inch in diameter. So that's definitely something to be cautious of. This is still all moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. So I'm going to zoom out here, show you another view of how much lightning there is. Lightning usually a very good indicator of how tall our thunderstorms are. When we get these tall thunderstorms, that's when we're dealing with the hail threat and the gusty wind threat as well. Again, a severe thunderstorm warning for Caldwell, Hayes, Travis County, and this will be until 9 p.m. There is a local storm report for Hayes County, about 3 miles east of Mountain City, of quarter-sized hail. So that's why the Weather Service went ahead and issued this morning. I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this for you. I'm going to include that hail core so you can better see it. South and east. So in the next 45 minutes, let's do it for 45 minutes, 42 minutes. Cedar Creek at 8:23. The time now is 8:12. So very soon, the heavy rain, really where the hail core is, will make it over your area if the storm holds together. Lockhart around 8:30. Clearview around 8:40. Tillman around 8:47. So that's our track for that particular part of the storm. The strongest storm, or the strongest part of the storm that is extending in central Texas there. Going to take a quick look over here what's going on across areas of the hill country. Again, this is south of our viewing area technically, but I know a few people on our live streams do watch us from the San Antonio market. And very strong thunderstorms kind of popping up there just to the east of Boerne, to the north and west of Timberwood Park, south of Sisterdale. Very strong storm there. And unfortunately for our friends in Kerrville, which is south of Gillespie County there, Kerrville now seeing a very strong storm with some circulation. That is why the National Weather Service went ahead and issued a tornado warning for the city of Kerrville. Really strong indication there of circulation. I'm going to draw this out for you so you can better see it. So if you have friends in Kerrville and they're not paying attention to the weather, make sure to call them because it is a loud and dangerous storm over the city of Kerrville. Areas of Gillespie County now just seeing the light to moderate rainfall, mainly south of 290 is where I'm seeing it. Also watching a few more storms develop there in Llano County. These storms have kind of popped up here within the past hour, and they continue to move towards the south and southeast. A closer look here along the I-35 corridor, still seeing a line of showers and thunderstorms, and really extending from northern Bastrop County south along the Travis-Bastrop County line, along the Hayes-Caldwell County line is really where this storm is lining itself up. And as far as the wind speeds with this goes, I've seen wind reports between about 30 to 40 miles per hour, and that'll stay pretty consistent here as long as this warning is in place. Whenever the threat lowers, the National Weather Service may cancel this warning. But as far as the hail threat goes, let's go ahead and see what it's looked like over the past few scans. When it was right over Austin, very small hail core, maybe penny-sized in that location, but look at what happened closer and closer towards the airport. Look at how this really bright color there started popping up. That is what we call a hail core. That is where that's what we look for, really high reflectivities within a thunderstorm capable of producing this hail. So this is going to trek more towards the south and east, and you can see there over the last scan how a lot of that blue went away. That is fantastic news. That means that this particular part of the storm is showing signs of weakening as it approaches Cedar Creek. This storm right here, just to the east of Kyle, is not weakening yet. We saw it move through Buda and Kyle just with some gray color there. Notice how bright it got with some whites and some blues there, indicating of that hail core really starting to expand, not just in coverage, but in intensity as it approached Highway 21 there in far eastern Hayes County. And that's why the National Weather Service went ahead and issued that warning. Not just that, but also because of a report of quarter-sized hail 3 miles east of Mountain City. That was why the Weather Service went ahead and issued that warning. So look at this. The storm continues to move, trek towards the south and east. That particular part of the storm here that I'm pointing at, not weakening, but the storm in eastern Travis County does look like it's weakening. That hail core starting to decrease in intensity. We'll see if that holds true for the latest scan. And what I mean by scan, radar is just a picture, a snapshot of what's happening at one moment in time. We get these updates every few minutes, and whenever we get these updates, then we can reanalyze and see if a storm is strengthening or see if a storm is weakening in intensity. Right, you guys, I'm going to show you here a loop of over the past 3 hours, just so you can get a better idea of how the storms have moved through the area. They've moved from northwest to the southeast. All of them have taken a southeast turn there. Joy said that it's not as windy in Mustang Ridge, but rain still pouring down. Yes, so when it was windy, that was the leading edge of the line of showers and storms, and then the heavy rain follows, and soon enough here, we'll see a lot of this really start to calm down for you, Joyce. You're welcome, Melanie. I am here to help you out. And I love when you guys ask questions too, or when you ask questions, because it helps me really keep the momentum going with talking and analyzing these storms. Oh, Karen asking about the beeping. So the beeping, that's just that's pretty much just the communication between the media and the Weather Service. So we're talking back and forth here, and that's what the beeping is. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a new warning or anything like that. So don't be alarmed by the beeping. That's just that's kind of like our communication between the Weather Service and us. Let's see, Adali wants to know about Manor. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in on Manor. Haven't gotten an update there in a few minutes. So in the city of Manor, we are, interestingly enough, still seeing some very light rain just on the outskirts, but not so much right over Manor. Manor's pretty much out of the threat here for the severe weather with this round of showers and storms. So what I'm seeing now is the hail core getting larger for the part of the storm that is in far eastern Hayes County. So this was the storm that was over Buda and Kyle. Notice those really bright colors now. We are seeing a large hail core there moving into Caldwell County. Now this continues to move towards the south and east, so our friends in Caldwell County, make sure that you are indoors. I know that you're just seeing the light rain right now, but you have some heavy rain and the potential for some large hail to move into your area. I'm going to put a track on this, or at least the middle of the hail core. This is moving south and east, and within the next 45 minutes, it'll make it to Lockhart at 8:33, so another 10 minutes or so. It'll make it to Sea Willow around 8:50, Tillman around 9. So this is a really strong storm, a severe thunderstorm warned storm moving into Caldwell County. I'm going to zoom in here just so I can see if there are any other roads or anything popping up here. FM 2001. So FM 2001, that's where the hail core is. It's right over that area, right along the Caldwell-Hayes County line, and this continues to move south and east. So the really bright color that you see there, that is what we call a hail core, meaning radar is picking up on very high reflectivity. Radar is picking up on some hail moving in your direction. And at the moment, radar is estimating hail at about 1.3 inches in diameter. So this is bigger than quarter-sized hail moving towards Lockhart. So a big heads up there. If you have friends that live in that area, be sure to give them a heads up. Evan said that there was penny-sized hail over Kyle before this storm that I'm showing you moved towards the east and started really ramping up again. Rain starting in Smithville. Yes, that line is starting to get there. I'm going to go ahead and keep showing you here this severe thunderstorm warned storm. It looks like it has exited Travis County now. The main line of thunderstorms has exited Travis County and moving into Bastrop County. The heavy rain right over Cedar Creek. I do want to show you a look at the airport. You can at least see the airport now. About 5-10 minutes ago, you couldn't see the airport at all. Visibility was so low. And we will continue to watch this, obviously. A lot of lightning still within that storm. So a few of you are asking about an interesting feature there that we are seeing on radar on the tail end of this line of showers and thunderstorms right between Maxwell, Lockhart, and Mendoza. So yes, I see it too. This is actually, does look very interesting. One second here, I'm trying to get the right product up for you. So our velocity scan not quite showing any signs of rotation there, but there is quite a bit of shear in that storm. And when we are looking at shear, we are looking at a storm that could possibly have some rotation and bring in some very strong winds. So if you are in Maxwell, if you are just to the west of Lockhart, in Lockhart, you definitely need to get into a safe spot. This is a very strong storm. It does have some hail embedded within this as well. Some very large hail core, and radar is indicating anywhere between let's see here. Let's see what radar is indicating. I believe it was quarter-sized hail embedded within this thunderstorm there that is moving right towards Lockhart. Just over an inch in diameter, just over an inch and a quarter in diameter there between Maxwell, Lockhart, and the county line there. pretty much between right on the Hayes and Caldwell County line. I'm going to show you a loop here of just how the storms have pushed towards the south and east here over the past hour. All right, I'm looking through some of your comments here. Adrian said, sitting in it right now, strong wind and hail. Adrian, where are you located? I'm sure we're talking about northern Caldwell County there. That's really the strongest part of the storm at the moment. So I'm going to take another look here at our hail wide view here, and the biggest hail cores that I'm seeing are really south of Gillespie County with that storm. They're right over Kerrville. For those of you that have been following along on radar on your own, Kerrville is dealing with a storm with lots of rotation. Again, this is not in the KVUE viewing area, but it is south of Gillespie County. And this storm has quite a bit of rotation in it still, with an indication of a large hail core. Also seeing a hail core just north of San Antonio there, and another hail core right over Lockhart, or heading towards Lockhart, I should say. So I'm gonna do another track on there, see what our latest scan is showing. Our latest scan is still showing a hail core, and it's estimating that the hail core has actually picked up or intensified. We've seen over 1.5 inches now of that radar is indicating in diameter. That's larger than quarter-sized hail moving towards Lockhart. So if you are in and around Lockhart, you want to make sure that you are inside. This is a very strong storm headed in your direction. Just an interesting note here, just to the east of I-35 there. Do you see this right here? This, again, this is not our viewing area, but this right here, that almost looks like right now is about the time the bats start to come out, and that looks like radar is picking up on some bat action there as they take off for their innate feasting. That's a really interesting feature there that radar can pick up on. But of course, radar also picking up on a few thunderstorms in and around the area. All right, everyone, if you are streaming us on our digital platforms, we are doing on-air updates every 30 minutes. So here very soon, in about a minute or so, you're going to hear me give an update for our on-air audience, and then I will join you right back here on our digital platforms. Meteorologist Mariel Ruiz here in the KVUE Weather Center have been tracking thunderstorms all evening long. We've been streaming on all of our digital platforms, but I want to give you an update here on air as well. Let's go ahead and take a closer look at radar. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning for Caldwell County, and that is because of hail embedded within the storm. Radar indicating hail close to a quarter-inch, if not larger, in this area. This hail core has intensified within the past few minutes, so we could be dealing with hail 3 inches in diameter. They're heading towards the Lockhart area. So if you are in Lockhart, make sure that you are indoors. We are also seeing some small hail moving through Bastrop County past Cedar Creek. And again, this is also moving towards the south and east. A flash flood warning still exists over Gillespie County as well. Be sure to download that KVUE app. Join us on all of our streaming platforms on KVUE app, KVUE.com, YouTube, Facebook Live, and on Twitter. We'll see you there.
You think 9 o'clock?
Hello, hello. Okay, thanks for staying with us here on our streaming. We are still tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms moving through central Texas. I do want to show you all of the lightning there that we are seeing across Caldwell and Bastrop County. FYI, the severe thunderstorm warnings that were in place over Travis and Hays County have been expired. So these have been updated by the National Weather Service. The only counties included now are Bastrop and Caldwell counties. And it is due to hail that is moving through the area. Look at that, right over Lockhart right now, very large hail. We could be seeing hail as big as ping pong size. So if you are in and around the Lockhart area, be sure to stay indoors. If you can hear some of this hail, let me know. A few of you are saying, yeah, I just don't want the hail. I am with you there. I wish it wasn't going right over Lockhart, but this is a strong storm. And again, that hail core right over Lockhart at the moment. This storm moving south and east, by the way, at about 35 miles per hour. So after it moves out of Lockhart over the next 50 minutes or so, it'll be at Daniels Chapel at 8:56, Tillman around 8:58, Harwood around 9:22. So it should be out of the county here in the next hour. The storm that exited Travis County, it actually produced some small hail over the airport and moved into Bastrop County. Now looks like the hail core has weakened significantly. That's good news. Red Rock still dealing with a small hail core at the moment. You're likely seeing penny-sized hail around that area, about ½ inch in diameter. Bastrop, the city of Bastrop, not seeing any hail moving over your area, but a lot of heavy rain and a lot of lightning as well. I want to get a look here at how much lightning there is just with that line there. Let's see, between Bastrop and Lockhart, over 300 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes. And again, this is all moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. So it should be out of the counties here in the next 30 minutes is what I'm expecting. There's a look at the timeline. Upton right at about 8:43, that leading edge will get there, so in under 10 minutes, and then you'll experience the heavy rain for maybe 30 minutes or so. But again, the strongest part of the storm is that hail core right over Lockhart. I'm not seeing very much shear there, meaning I'm not seeing very much potential for rotation. That's always good news, but I am seeing some pretty strong winds there, so that's definitely something to be watching. Karen, I know sometimes you said, what is up with the audio? Sometimes I turn the mic off just because we're coming back from on air, and then we do a little reset, and then we hop back on. So we do a little reset and just hop right back on. So I'm hoping you can hear me now because I do have that audio turned on. So again, we have 2 severe thunderstorm warnings for Caldwell and Bastrop counties. These storms are moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. And the reason that they are severe thunderstorm warning is because of hail embedded within these storms. It does look like that hail core is now pushing past Lockhart. So if you are maybe in western Lockhart, you're in the clear, but still areas just to the east of 183 dealing with that hail core that I circled there. Yvonne said that it just passed through Cedar Creek. Yes. And these severe thunderstorm warnings, by the way, they're in place until 9 for this particular part of central Texas. So Caldwell County there until 9. The other storm that was over Bastrop County, or is over Bastrop County, until 9 as well. I know areas close towards Giddings there in Lee County also seeing some stormy weather, heavy rain and lightning in that area over Dime Box headed towards the Brazos Valley. Not quite hearing you, or not quite seeing too much of a severe threat there. But we continue to watch these storms. These are just south of central Texas, or south of the KVUE viewing area, and wow, strong storms there right over Kerrville, over Bandera, just north of San Antonio is where we're seeing some of the stronger storms. Here in our viewing area, only 2 active warnings, and it does look like the Weather Service trimmed back that warning over Caldwell County. Again, there was a warning over Caldwell due to hail, a significant hail core over Lockhart. It does look like the storm is weakening just a little bit, and I'm sure Lockhart probably saw hail over quarter size. I haven't seen any official reports coming in. Sometimes you hear sirens, and I'm sure you might be hearing the sirens right now in Lockhart due to the strong winds. We do have some pretty significant winds out there in excess of 60 miles per hour. And again, this is now moving past Lockhart, and it's moving towards the south and east at about 35 miles per hour. So I'm going to go ahead and put a track on this for you just to see when that leading edge will be out of the county. That leading edge will be out of our viewing area here in the next 25 minutes. And the whole line of thunderstorms as a whole should be out of our counties here in the next 45 minutes. 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, as well as the potential for hail that is anywhere between 1 inch to 1.5 inches in diameter will be possible. Jen said, yes, we had large hail. Jen, if you could estimate how large, let us know. I'm very curious to know. So I did want to show you all something. We did have this particular part of the thunderstorm. Whenever it was moving over areas of I-35 and just east of I-35, you could barely see the airport. And now you can see the airport. It's just very windy now, and you can see a lot of lightning there in the distance. That lightning that you see there, that is from the Caldwell County storms. Look at how much it's lighting up the sky. Not just that, look at how beautiful it looks over Lake Travis. So we are almost through this. This is the calm after the storm here over Lake Travis. Simon said pea-sized hail in Lockhart over in his location. I'm sure it varied across the area just because that hail core, it was spanning quite a bit of area for us. Yes, and high winds as well. Again, I wanted to show you this. Look, that is towards Caldwell County. Just how windy it is still, and looking at all of that lightning. This is still a loud storm there. Lots and lots of lightning towards Caldwell County. So we still have a couple of severe thunderstorm warned storms. Again, the reason these are severe thunderstorm warned, because of the hail embedded within these storms. The largest part of that hail core, let me go ahead and zoom in here. I haven't done that here in a few moments. Between Lockhart and hopefully another town here pops up. Seawillow along 183. So along 183 south of Lockhart is where we're seeing the largest part of that hail core. And radar is estimating about 2 inches in diameter. But by the time it melts and reaches the ground, likely it'll be closer to 1 inch in diameter. So still, that is a significant hail core moving through Caldwell County, moving towards the south and east. You know, we do have that hail core extending all the way through the Caldwell-Bastrop County line towards Red Rock there. that hail core doesn't look as big, but radar is estimating just over a quarter-inch in diameter, which that could be about penny-sized. So definitely still want to be very careful with the storm as it continues to move. And you saw that latest update there, that scan. It went from this to that. So that hail core is actually getting a bit larger just to the east of 183 there in Caldwell County. Radar now estimating over 2.5 inches in diameter with that hail. That's going to be closer to about 1.5 inches by the time it melts and makes it to the ground. Joshua said penny-ish size hail close to downtown. Okay, so I'm glad it wasn't very much bigger than that, Joshua. That hail core, by the way, moving south of Lockhart now along 183, and it is moving towards the south and east. So I'm going to put a track on this for you. In the next 20 minutes, it should be working its way out of the county of Lockhart. Or excuse me, the county of Caldwell. Around 9 is when we should see this really exiting the region. And of course, this is a part of a long line of showers and thunderstorms extending through Bastrop County. Smithville, if you haven't seen the heavy rain, you will here in the next 10 to 15 minutes. The strongest part of the storm should stay south of you, by the way, it's Smithville. And up towards Lee County, still seeing quite a bit of heavy rainfall. And this is mostly in eastern Lee County. Let me see what the rainfall rate there is. So if this storm were to not move, it would likely produce over 2.25 inches in the span of 1 hour. That is a lot of rain in a small period of time. So luckily this is moving, however. It is moving still towards the south. See, there is some movement to that storm here. If I loop it over the past hour, it's pretty much gone almost through the entire county of Lee. So luckily it is not staying stationary that we are seeing. A few of you are asking about additional development possibly here. I'm going to switch radar views so I can see this a bit better. Again, we do still have that severe thunderstorm watch in place until midnight. But here's a look at how those storms moved and developed over the past 3 hours. I am still seeing a few more storms popping up here in areas of Llano County, northern Gillespie, Burnett County. Those storms don't look as intense as what they did whenever they first were building in and around that region. So there's some good news there. The good news is that the line of showers and thunderstorms that we're currently tracking over Bastrop, Caldwell County kind of soaked up a lot of that energy and even some of that moisture. So hopefully any additional development behind this is not going to be as intense. And that is because of the lack of energy still left over in our atmosphere. It's what we call an overworked atmosphere. And that's what we'll be settling into overnight as we dry out overnight. Steffi says still have disco lightning in Lockhart. I love how you describe that. I've never heard it described that way. Disco lightning. I'm going to go ahead and switch our views here so I can show you what she means by that. This is all that lightning here as we look towards the east behind the airport there. A lot of lightning. But also behind the storms, this is what we're seeing. So this is looking over Lake Travis, and I still see some lightning there. Look at that. We see the sunset in one area, lightning in the other. I'm seeing the storm right along there. And let's go see if we can find that storm. So yeah, that camera is right along this area here. And we are looking in this direction. So this is looking closer towards Horseshoe Bay is what we're seeing as some of those showers and thunderstorms take shape. Go ahead and take you back to our radar view just for the entire area here. Again, the stronger storms that I'm seeing in central Texas, definitely south of the KVUE viewing area and heading into San Antonio, northern San Antonio. Here, for our viewing area, the two strongest storms over Caldwell and Bastrop County, a few friends watching in from there. And this is still technically a severe thunderstorm warning. It'll be in place until 9 p.m. And this is mainly because of that hail core that I've been talking about. That hail core did produce some small hail in Buda and Kyle, and then it ramped up as soon as it got along the Hayes and Caldwell County line right along there, and now it's moving more towards the south and east. Let's go ahead and take another look at that hail core. Yeah, we haven't seen an update for that. So the reason this kind of looks like it's behind the storm, it's because we don't get that update as soon as we get these updates. So that hail core is probably closer to along this area, right along here. We should be getting that update here very soon. So the really bright reflectivity there, that's where the hail core is. It's kind of showing up as white, maybe a light pinkish area, right along there. Still seeing quite a bit of lightning that extends anywhere between Interstate 10 all the way up towards Red Rock. That's the strongest part of the storm by far, and we're seeing some gusty winds right along this area. See how it's bowing a bit? Whenever it's bowing, that's a good indication that we're seeing some strong winds really coming out ahead of the thunderstorm. Let's go ahead and look at some of our velocity there. Yeah, those really bright colors. So our velocity, this is another radar parameter. It shows us not just wind speed, but also wind direction. And at the moment, it does look like along Highway 304 there in far eastern Caldwell County, we're seeing velocity between 30 to 45 miles per hour. So at the surface, probably closer to wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles per hour in and around that area. So right along here, just to the east of Delhi, at least I think that's how you pronounce it. Right, do we have any friends joining us in from areas south of Lockhart along 183? Let me know what you're seeing out there, because there was quite the hail core moving over the area. And our latest update there, let me show you, it went from this, our update is now this. So it does look like the hail core is expanding in coverage, but the hail sizes are becoming smaller. And it does look like it is still a significant hail core, with the middle part of the hail core. Radar is estimating about 1.5 inches in diameter. This is going to be about half dollar size by the time it makes it to the ground. Karen, Delhi. Is that better? Please let me know. I want to get that right. These are some of the towns that we see when we zoom in very closely when we're watching these storms, and that's one I have not come across just yet. That's good. That means it hasn't been super active there. And of course, what we're watching along this area is the bowing. I know somebody mentioned that, and that's this right along here. And that bowing just indicating that we are seeing some really strong winds out ahead of that line. And the leading edge of the line of thunderstorms over Caldwell County has now made it outside of the county. So I'm hoping that this hurries up and moves out of the area so we could all get some peace there in Caldwell County, because we have seen a lot of lightning. And let me go ahead and see just how, that's not what I wanted to do, how many lightning strikes we've had over the area. Wow, over 700 lightning strikes just in the past 15 minutes. Caldwell County, it's estimated over 800 lightning strikes in the past 15 minutes. That is significant when we're talking about the span of only 15 minutes over one county. So it does look like that hail core is slowly moving more towards the south and east. That is the strongest storm that I'm seeing in the KVUE area. Rubia said that she just spoke to her dad, lives 7 miles south on 183, south of Lockhart, I'm assuming, and he said it's just raining there. That's fantastic news. I'm so glad to hear that. It does look like here along 183, it does look like just some light rain there. It does look like the heavier rain is now about 3-4 miles east of 183, so that hail core should be east of 183 as well. Sometimes it takes a little while for that hail core, the radar, our technology to really catch up. So I'm going to go see and take another look at this hail core. And again, it looks like it is still expanding in coverage, but the sizes are getting smaller. So Rubia, thanks so much for that report there. I'm glad your dad is only seeing rain out there just south of Lockhart along 183. I'm going to go ahead and zoom out so I can show you a few of the other storms in and around the area. And if you are in Williamson County, Travis County, Hayes County, you're likely just seeing a light show. If you're looking towards the south and east, that is where the strong storms now are. You may still be seeing some light rain. I'm still seeing just some very light reflectivity there popping up on radar in Travis County. And I'm also seeing a couple of showers still taking shape in Llano County. I'm not seeing any strong storms around that area. There is one storm that has a little bit of lightning along Highway 16 there in northeastern Gillespie County. That is just to the northwest of LBJ Ranch, north of 290. I'm going to go ahead and switch views here. Sometimes it's a bit easier to look at both satellite and radar kind of put up together. You can see how the clouds are shaping up as well. And yeah, a lot of this activity moving towards the south and east there in central Texas. Right, everyone, if you are joining us on our digital streaming platforms, it is approaching 9, and at the top of every half hour, we have been doing updates on air as well. So you're going to hear me do an update for our on-air audience. So just hang with me. I'm going to keep this view of radar up for you. Meteorologist Mariel Ruiz here. It is 9 o'clock here with another update, another look at radar. The most intense part of these thunderstorms now pushing out and southeast of the I-35 corridor, also south of the KVUE viewing area. We still have one severe thunderstorm warning that includes portions of far southeastern Caldwell and Bastrop counties. This will continue until 10, and it's for the potential of some hail cores that have been developing now in southern Caldwell County. So this will continue for here the next few hours. This is almost out completely of the KVUE viewing area. I do want to show you that we do still have a lot of lightning out there, and it's still really windy out there as well, but a beautiful view there over Lake Travis out in the distance there. Some of those hill country storms still producing some lightning. Join us on our digital platforms. We'll continue to stream on our KVUE app, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. We'll see you there, and we'll see you on KVUE News at 10.
James is counting a different count than it's not kind of off, but
All right, for those of you joining us on our streaming platforms, we do have some good news. The National Weather Service has trimmed back some of the severe thunderstorm warning that was set in place for Caldwell and Bastrop counties. I'm going to take a zoom in here and show you where the warning is now. And this has been extended until 10, by the way. So this has been extended until 10. It now includes Lavaca and Gonzales counties and Fayette counties as well. Just a small portion of Fayette County, it looks like. So I'm going to remove that so I can take you in here. A lot of lightning still being seen with this particular part of the showers and thunderstorms. So again, Caldwell County here, still seeing some heavy rain, in south and eastern portions of Bastrop County. Now this is just south of Smithville. I know a few of you joining us from Smithville. Smithville just seeing some of the light to moderate rainfall at the moment. This is bowing significantly though, just outside of the KVUE viewing area, right along Interstate 10. So that has turned into an impressive part of the long line of showers and thunderstorms. We did get some reports of hail in and around the Lockhart area, and it's all thanks to this storm. It does look like the hail core has weakened as far as intensity goes, but still it is expanding in coverage. It is right along the Caldwell-Gonzales County line there. The other severe thunderstorm warnings are just south of the KVUE viewing area, and those are also for hail. I know Bexar County under a severe thunderstorm warning as well, and that is for a lot of lightning. So they're also dealing with a few of these storms. Again, everyone, thanks for joining us on our streaming platform. I am going to go get a drink of water. The storm threat is really out of the KV viewing area at the moment, although still seeing some heavy rain. I'm not leaving our friends in Caldwell and Bastrop County out. We're still seeing some heavy rain in and around that area. I will keep this radar loop going, but you'll see my mic turn off for a few moments. I'll be right back. If you have any questions, be sure to answer, or any questions that you need answers to, be sure to comment in the comment box, and I'll get right back to you. Hello everyone, thanks for staying with us here on our live stream here on KVUE. We are on Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitter, and on the KVUE app. So what we're looking right now, we're looking at a line of thunderstorms pushing south of the KVUE viewing area. We have no active severe thunderstorm warnings for the counties in the KVUE viewing area, but south of our area, certainly a different story. Near San Antonio is where we are seeing the strongest of storms. I'm going to show you now county by county what we're looking at. I'm going to loop this too, just so we can see a bit better. Storms now moving out of Gillespie County. Gillespie County, though, still under a flash flood warning. We had a couple of really strong storms moving through that area, and this was earlier in the evening. The warning is in place until 10:15, and it was because of a couple of thunderstorms that rolled through, producing a couple inches of rainfall in a small period of time. So that's definitely an area that needs to be careful. If hopefully you don't have to be out on the roads tonight, but some of the roadways that flood easily could still be dealing with some issues, although I have not seen any reports out in that area. Moving along now more towards the east. We did see a little bit more shower and thunderstorm activity in Llano, Burnett, and Blanco counties. A lot of that winding down now that the sun has set, and the long line of showers and thunderstorms continues to track towards the south. Williamson County now looking dry. Travis County now looking dry. Areas of Hays County still seeing some light lingering showers there in southern Hays County, but not seeing any strong storms, and I'm not expecting any strong storms. Someone on our live stream mentioned some thunder in Smithville. You're likely hearing thunder from the south of you. So there is some lightning being reported not too far from you, about 15 miles south of your area. Storms are moving away from you if you are in Bastrop County. Lee County, we are looking dry at the moment, but if you look towards the east-southeast, you're likely getting quite the lightning show. So again, the severe thunderstorm warnings are now expired for Caldwell and Bastrop County, although we did see a significant hail core go through areas of Caldwell County. Gonzales County is where that part of the storm is now, the strong part of the storm. There is the continuation of the severe thunderstorm warning. It does include portions of Fayette County, Gonzales, Lavaca, and DeWitt. So the small portion of Fayette County under that warning, you won't be there for much longer. We do have still that part of the storm that blew through Bastrop and Caldwell counties, really starting to exit the southern portion of Fayette County. So now it is south of Latonia, south of Interstate 10 there, and it will continue to move towards the south and southeast towards Yoakum. It's been following really along 183 Somerville there. Seeing a lot of lightning at the moment. Sutherland Springs, not quite seeing the rain just yet, but it is headed in your direction. Going to pan out here, and I'm going to show you a different view of the long line of showers and thunderstorms that we've seen blow through areas of central Texas. We did have a couple of storms form early in the afternoon. This was all thanks to a boundary that was released from storms that had developed in Waco and ended up moving towards Houston and causing severe weather there. Those storms were not strong, but they did help stabilize our atmosphere a little bit. I think that's why our severe threat was kind of just a tad bit lower across the Austin metro. Still, even with that, we had reports of some pea-sized hail around the area, even in areas of Hays County, and then the hail reports got a bit larger for Caldwell County, and I even saw a very large hail report over areas just west of Fredericksburg. Some were reporting golf ball-sized hail. Fortunately, it did not hit any major communities, but unfortunately still a strong, not fun storm to deal with there in Gillespie County. Chad said, nothing for Pflugerville. Yeah, Pflugerville, one of the areas that didn't see the intense stuff, so that is some really good news. And again, these showers and thunderstorms really intense here as they moved towards the south. And so we'll continue to see that pushing towards the south the rest of the night. Just an interesting note here, just a report by the National Weather Service. A thunderstorm in Bexar County reports of hail of egg size. That's 2 inches in diameter. So definitely seeing the strongest of storms south of the area. I do want to take a quick look here at our temperatures across the area. Just to see, a lot of the times we get these temperatures that really drop thanks to rain-cooled air. 68 degrees right now in Austin, 67 for Giddings, 68 in Georgetown, San Antonio at about 69, 72 in LaGrange, so still just a tad bit warmer there. And again, we still do have that watch that is in place until midnight tonight. I do have a feeling that a few of these counties will be dropped before midnight since the threat has really started to really calm down. Oh, and there it goes. Just got word from the National Weather Service that the severe thunderstorm watch for Bastrop, Burnett, Lee, Llano, Travis, and Williamson counties has been expired. So some good news there for us as we approach the 10 o'clock hour. Right, everyone, we are going to cut this live stream and we are getting ready for our KVUE News at 10. Be sure to join us on there. I do have the latest look at radar, not just that, but also a look at just some of the impacts that we saw across the area. We will also take a look at what we're expecting the rest of the night and for the rest of the week. The sunshine will be back, so we'll talk about that and talk about our climbing temperatures. We'll see you there.